as you know, we have started the mock interview series of around 20 to 30 videos for data engineer. So this is going to be another video of the same series. Trust me, this video is going to add immense value in your data engineering and interview preparation journey. So hey everyone, my name is 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 and without wasting any time, let's start the interview. But before that, do subscribe to my YouTube channel for the upcoming videos and join my WhatsApp channel for more data engineering stuff.
Hi, Ayush. Yeah, welcome to this session. And just brief me about yourself so I can understand more about you. Okay.
Yeah, sure. So my name is Ayush Tomar, and I have done my master's in 2022. After that, I have joined Accenture, and after my initial trainings, I started working as a data engineer with one of the cloud service provider itself as a client, and I'm working on the project for them, like for a supply chain management project.
Okay.
And I have around 2 years and 9 months of experience, to be precise, and all of this is data engineering, and mainly I've used Azure services like Azure Synapse, Azure Databricks, and also Fabric a little bit
Okay.
recently. And for reporting side, I have a little bit of hands-on experience with Power BI, and I have knowledge of languages like Spark, languages like Python and SQL, and also the PySpark. So that's
Okay.
my experience.
Okay, that's great. So you have worked around like almost 3 years experience. You have like 2.9
Yeah,
precisely, and you have
yeah,
worked with Azure services along with Python, SQL, and data things, right?
yes.
Sure. So, any challenge which you have faced while working on Databricks, like which you have overcome, and you think, okay, this is a good like challenge that you have come up with and you have completed it.
Uh, Not as such with Databricks.
Okay.
Like in our project, different domains use different things to use to transform the data. So
Okay.
for one of the domain use Databricks from silver to gold transformations. Like our project follow the medallion architecture.
Okay.
So in that we used Databricks notebooks for the modeling, like star
Okay.
schema. Yeah. So I worked on that on Databricks, like couple of notebooks on that part, but
Okay.
haven't faced any issues because I don't have that much exposure of Databricks.
Okay. So precisely you have used like Data Factory and other tools.
Uh, the for orchestration we use Synapse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me like about Synapse, so like specifically what you have done over it on
Yeah.
Synapse in
So
the current project I'm talking about.
yes. So in our current project, we follow the medallion architecture and we use Synapse for orchestrating the
Okay.
data, and all the pipelines are managed in Synapse, and we move data from different sources to the uh, bronze layer, and all these done are all are these processes are completely done in Synapse.
Okay.
And from bronze to then we some domains use Spark notebooks in Synapse, as Synapse provide Spark integration also.
Okay.
So using that we transformed and store in silver layer, and then the final modeling and the complete data to be used in the reporting side, then it moves to the hyperscale SQL that we use as a data warehouse using
Okay.
Synapse pipelines. So when we try to integrate Databricks also, we use the notebook activity in Synapse itself to integrate the Azure Databricks notebooks.
Okay. So, but as you know, like a data warehouse is also available in Databricks, right? So, specifically, why are you using Synapse in your current project? Like, have you thought about it?
Like for warehousing, we are using hyperscale SQL service that is provided by Microsoft itself.
Okay.
So we are using that because it's a little bit faster, and it's dynamic regarding its size.
Okay.
So when the usage increase, so it can expand its size, and
Okay.
when we are not using, so and it's a more faster than the Synapse because it's specifically for reading purposes and all these things.
Okay. So, suppose I need to like copy some data from on-premise to Synapse, then how can I do it? Can you tell me this?
Yes, first of all, we need a self-hosted integration runtime and a link service to link, and then we can use the copy activity,
Okay.
and we can directly copy the data and store in our
Okay.
bronze layer or wherever.
Okay, sure. And suppose I want to do the same activity in this Azure Data Factory, then what will be the steps?
The same steps. As Synapse is it will be like upgradation on the data factory. Data
Okay.
factory is proper for the orchestrating purpose, and Synapse gives us extra services like warehousing itself and the Spark notebooks integrations and all these things.
Can you tell me any like open source competitor of each orchestration tool?
Uh, Not in top
I
of my
think,
hand.
have you heard about Airflow, like Apache Airflow?
Yeah, I've heard.
That is also orchestrator, right?
Yeah,
Have you used it in any project?
no, didn't get any chance.
Okay, for open source, that is a like a good option, but yeah, that is a orchestrator. Okay, it's not a ETL
Okay.
tool. Then how if I will ask you like from the scale of 1 to 10, like how much you will rate yourself on Python and SQL separately, like as a programming language?
Out of 10, I
Yeah.
will rate like, I mean, I have a good experience regarding both the Python and SQL, so I will
Okay.
rate around 8, 7 or 8.
Okay. In both.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. And in Python, like, have you used like patching in like in doing some writing some unit test cases or writing the scripting? Have you used anywhere patching, whether it can be
Uh,
mock patch or monkey patching?
no, nothing regarding of batching.
Okay.
So Python, we have used couple of for automating different processes, we have used Python.
Okay.
Like once the data is completely migrated to our final layer, then
Okay.
the next task is to validate the data and to change the source of Power BI reports from older database to the newer one,
Okay.
which we have migrated. So for that data validation, we have used the Python and Pandas, and for the SQL, what it will do that, what it will, how it will work. Like we have given the two queries, and
Okay.
using 𝗵𝘃𝗶𝗽𝗍𝗃 library, we can connect with the database, and it will generate the output of both the queries. And then using Pandas data frame, it will compare, and it can generate the Excel sheet where
Okay.
it will give us the result, like where the data is matching or where we have the mismatches, or where it might be the case we can look into. So
Okay, sure. And in SQL, you have used like Windows functions and
yes.
like, can you tell me like where to use CTE and where to use subquery, like, and which is like good to use it?
So CT is like a common table expression. So
Okay,
it will kind of generate a temporary table, but it will not store like in a session or in the memory itself. It's only the time of the query
okay,
when we run the query. And subquery, we can use subquery also in the joining part. Subquery is a query used inside the query itself. So the best
okay,
practice is to use CTE, because it's a bit faster than the subqueries, where we are having multiple columns and the a bit of case statements, and where subquery will take a little bit longer than the CTEs.
okay. That's the point. Yeah, and in in Synapse also you have used SQL, right? So can you tell me like how you optimize SQL query in Synapse? Like dedicated SQL pools are there, right? So how you optimize the query there?
So for optimizing query, what we can do is we can use indexing on the columns, which
Okay,
ID columns, and also try to not use the select star statements. Try to be more detailed towards the columns that we are going to use, and so all these things we can use, and try to use CTs which will make the
Okay.
query run faster.
Okay, suppose in your project you are using multiple application. Some application are like Python application, some are like Airflow, open source, some are like Synapse. Okay, and the Python application and Airflow both are running in the Azure Kubernetes container only. Okay, and this Databricks or Synapse is also in the Azure only, right? And you want to have a centralized logging for everything. So what will be your approach for that? What do you think?
Uh,
Means have
didn't
you used logging in Python? Like logging is a library in Python, right?
no, I
No,
don't have
no,
the
you haven't
exposure
used it.
regarding
Okay, no problem. And in Python, like in your team, like somebody is there, like who is reviewing the code, or you are like writing the code, then you are going to someone who review it, right?
Yes, so like from client side, uh, all the like onshore team,
Okay,
they
review it.
test.
So do you use any AI application to review the code, like GitHub Copilot
The Copilot integration is we are
for
using
writing the code, or like reviewing it? Reviewing,
for write.
yeah.
I'm not sure about the reviewing,
Okay.
but for writing also we are using that, and we are
Okay.
also working on the AI agent that's already there that
Okay.
client is using regarding the new database that we have created, we have
Okay.
migrated. So all the details and all the logics that we have implemented in that, so they have built a AI agent and they are using it in their Power Apps just to
Okay.
help business people a bit understanding of the like how the data is now. And
Okay.
we have implemented a feature of converting query in that. So
Okay.
like we use langchain, and we have given all the details in a document, like which column is transferred to which column and what is the logic behind that. So what langchain will do that, it will like uh, convert the complete document in vectors, and
Okay.
it store in vectorized form. And using the OpenAI library with that, we can easily convert the queries from older database to newer one.
Okay.
And we have used prompt
Engineering,
engineering for that.
like
Yeah.
for getting the better questions. Okay. Like answer responses from that. Okay.
Yeah, initially the query, I mean the AI agent will be able to do like basic queries, like select this column from this table only.
Okay.
But like we are enhancing the prompts daily. I mean it's more kind of a hit and trial kind of practice with the prompts. So
Okay.
like now we are able to do a bit of complex scenarios as well in the queries.
Okay. Sure. And suppose like in Synapse you are writing the like SQL, and any other language also you are using within Synapse.
Uh, no.
Okay. So in suppose you are using Python and like creating some packages, Python packages you are creating. Where are you creating it? Python packages
So
or Python script?
uh, we have a different repo
Okay.
which consists of all of the
No, no. Where are you
functions.
using that Python script which you are creating? You are utilizing in which tool that I'm asking?
Which one? Which Python script?
And like any Python script you have created, you are using with which AWS like Azure services?
Uh, I mean,
As of
I
now, you are
didn't.
not using. Okay. Like
Yeah, no,
in
no.
Databricks, also you can create the Python notebooks and
Yeah,
PySpark based notebooks, right? So, and
yes.
do you have understanding of Spark? Like, do you know what is the Spark architecture? Can you tell me?
Yeah. So Spark architecture is like basic of a master slave architecture where we have
Okay.
a driver and we have worker nodes. So driver
Okay.
manages all the worker nodes. It distributes the tasks among them, and
Okay.
like and then fetch the result and provide us the results. So
Okay.
Spark works in this uh,
And what do you think?
method.
What is the connection between Spark and Databricks?
So Databricks use Spark
Okay.
and the PySpark notebooks to build the jobs and run all the transformations.
Yeah.
So
And do you know like how you can optimize the Spark jobs which are running under hood of like Databricks or even any Spark job which is
So
running?
we have, yeah, so we have a Spark UI where
Yeah.
we can see like which job is taking more time or which task is taking more time. And there are a couple of techniques like repartition we can use. And if we have data skewness, it's somewhere we can use the
Yeah.
sorting techniques. And so all
And
these
do you know
things we
like
can use.
what is difference between like repartition and coalesce?
Yeah, so repartition will always like distribute the partitions and create increase the number of partitions, and coalesce we can use to merge the small partitions also. And like if we have multiple small particles, we can merge them using coalesce, and it will
So what do you think? Which
decrease
will be
the.
the costlier one, like a repartition or the coalesce? If you are using it, which will increase the cost?
Uh, I think repartition because it will go through all the and
Okay.
repartition is one thing.
Okay.
Not
No
sure about.
problem.
Yeah.
And have you used like any other service in Azure, like for data engineering, like ADLS or uh, any other services specifically for creating like
So
yeah.
yeah, ADLS we used to I mean store the
Okay.
data, and recently we have used Fabric
Okay.
to create a semantic model. What we are doing was earlier we are creating the complete logic in the Power BI reports. All the
Okay.
transformations after the gold layer, we are doing that in the Power BI reports. But now we have using the Fabric, we created a delta lake, which using the all the transformations and created a semantic model in Fabric, and now this semantic model is being used in the reports. So it
Okay.
become uh, a lot faster than the earlier ones, and easy to refresh also.
Okay. Suppose in gold layer I have some data and I want to fetch that data using Python API. So what framework do you suggest on Python which I should use?
So I don't know about framework, but from like
Any
using
API
SQL.
framework you know in Python, like specifically,
uh,
like
like
multiple
we
API frameworks Python provide, right?
Yeah.
So for
um,
like micro level, like lightweighted framework, anyone if you know, which you can create in a few days and you can provide it to the client so they can utilize it, like add to the data analyst or anyone, right?
uh,
Um,
no.
okay, no problem. Have you heard about Django Fast API in Python?
Yeah, heard about Django.
Okay, so these are like API framework, right? So no
Yeah.
problem. But the Fast API is a good framework for lightweighted, okay, which you can
Okay.
utilize. And uh, okay, so can you share me your screen? I just want you to write some SQL query. Okay,
Yeah, sure, sure.
sure. Just to open a notebook. That will be easier for.
I think you disabled my screen
Okay,
sharing.
okay, okay.
Can you?
Let me check. I think. Um, can you share it now?
Yeah, let me try. So, can I share the notepad or yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
On like you can say like any notepad you can use. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Hope it's visible.
Yeah. Okay. So like take any table like two table we have. One is like employee and another is like salary table. Okay.
Okay.
So in that table, like we have some data like mm, or take any one table only, like employees table only. I
Okay.
just you just need to find like third highest salary of an employee.
And the employee, and we have employee
Employee
name,
ID and name you can
employee
take like
ID, and salary.
yeah.
Okay.
Just take the third highest salary out of it.
Okay. As rank from employee. Yeah.
Okay, fine. You have used dense rank, right?
Yeah.
Do you know like what is the difference between dense rank and rank?
Yeah. So like two employees having the same salary. So rank will generate like 1 1 and then 3 for
Okay,
the second highest one, and the dense rank will generate like 1 1 and 2.
okay,
So if we don't have the any duplicates, then we can also use row number.
okay. That's fine. And in Python, okay, next, like I'm going to next question that is in for
Yeah.
Python. So basically, I have suppose I have a text file, okay, and I need to count the number of words in that file. Like, how can I do it? Uh, I think just write a pseudo code or a sample code for it. I
Uh,
have a text file in which I need to count the words. Like, suppose there are 3 words, like then it should give me 3.
I mean, I can count the numbers from a string or a paragraph, but like from a text file, I'm
Yeah.
not sure how to.
For text file, how you will open it? Like which function you will use in Python to open the text file?
Not, I'm not sure about it.
Okay, no problem. So let me think. Like, have you used open with?
No.
Okay, no problem. So suppose you need to reverse a string. Okay, like you have a string, you need to reverse it.
Okay.
How you will do it in Python?
I mean, we can like suppose our string is A, B, C. So what we can do is reverse a string is equals to S. So we can directly
Okay, you are using the slicing, right?
indexing. Yeah, slicing.
Without slicing, how you will do it?
So without slicing, we can let me just so length of S and while I is greater than 0. Let me initialize I is equals to len minus 1. So reverse plus equals to what we can do is the S of I and I minus equals to 1. So in the reverse, the string will be generated.
Okay, sure. And yeah, that's fine. Both are fine. So suppose like you can stop sharing your screen. That's fine.
Yeah.
So let's come to the Azure side. Like, have you handled these kind of things also, like slowly changing the dimensions or schema evolution and
Yes.
while working with Synapse.
Yes.
So
So for
yeah, tell me.
like yeah, for slowly changing dimensions, we implemented the logic in the Spark notebooks itself. We used Spark SQL,
Okay.
and we create three. I'm taking an example of a notebook. Like we create three data frames. One is for the records which are not being changed, like when we
Okay.
are loading the data, and one is for the records which are being changed with an extra column, like is active is equals to 1. It's a flag column, and
Okay.
the end date and start date, because we are using the SCD type 2. And then the third data frame which we create for the earlier records that got changed. The in here we have the is active flag as 0, and the end date to the date which we are bringing the latest data.
Okay.
So and then we merge it, and that's how we create the SCD type 2. And for schema evaluation, we use the YAML YAML
Okay.
file across our pipelines. So YAML files contains like all the details regard for a single table. It will contains all the details, like what is the primary key and what all the columns that we are bringing, and what is the type of the columns, and is the columns are nullable or not. So all these logics are implemented in a single YAML. So
Okay.
in case we have a new column, we just need to change that in a single place, that is in that YAML file of that table, and
Okay.
a new column will be added.
That is fine. And suppose in Azure services, you are taking lots of data, like 100 GB of data from on-premise. Okay. And it somehow the pipeline got break in between. Okay. So what you will implement to avoid it? You do not want to start it from the beginning. Okay. So kind of resume you want here. So how you will do it?
So what we can do is we can the 100 GB of data, we can divide it, and using for each we can bring the smaller chunks of the data.
Okay.
So if we get the failure at any point, then we can debug that particular uh, point and start after that bringing the data. So
Okay.
this
Don't you
approach we
think
can,
incremental load you can use here?
yeah, incremental load we can also
Okay,
use.
that is fine. And suppose the data is coming like on frequent basis, then which tools you will recommend on Azure to use? On daily basis, some a small amount of files are coming to the storage account, and you need to transform it and load it into the some dashboard like Power BI dashboard. So, which tools you will suggest to use here?
So what we can use is a storage event is a service. Uh,
Okay.
it will what it will do is like if a new file is added in a data lake or somewhere, so it will automatically triggers the pipeline and bring that file into the report itself, or
Okay.
like in which service you want to use.
Okay, that's fine. And for Synapse, you have used, and have you, as you told, like you are using Fabric also, right? So, what
Yes.
do you think? What is the difference between the Fabric and Azure Data Engineering Services? What do you specifically think?
Uh, I have been using Fabric like from like past 3 months, and
Okay.
the differences that I can say is like Fabric is an end-to-end integration, including the visualization also, like from Power BI reports to fetching
Okay.
all the data, to maintain all the pipelines, and to create delta lakes, and all these ETL services also are available in there, and we can use Spark notebooks, create notebooks, and use that to transform data. So it's a single service which we can use to for ETL transformations, ETL pipelines, and then visualizing data on top of that.
Okay.
And it seamlessly integrates with Power BI, so it makes reports more faster. And
So suppose I am running a company like a smaller company, and one person is running a smaller company, and other is running a big company. The smaller have some smaller level of problems in data engineering, and bigger have complex level of problems. So you recommend Fabric to which company, and you will recommend Azure Data Engineering to which one?
So Fabric is a bit costlier side
Okay.
because it's a latest service and a bit faster and using Delta Lakes and different new technologies.
Okay.
So for the smaller company, we can, if we have the smaller part of data and not that much complexity is there, we can simply use Azure services, data engineering services like ADF, and we can. It will be easier and a little bit less expensive than
Okay.
the Fabric. But if a company is big and handling the large amount of data and want performance and speed to be the part of it, so I will recommend go ahead with Fabric, and as it will be a lot faster and have a lot good of services.
Yeah. And have you used caching anywhere in between, like Python
Not in
scripting?
Python, yeah, in scripting. PySpark we used caching.
Okay.
So like uh,
For
in a
optimization, right?
yeah, in a snapshot query, snapshot table, we used caching to store the data because we are bringing
Okay.
that table, using that table, and loading that table too much. So we used
Okay.
caching.
I think you have used Redis as well for caching.
No,
Redis, like any NoSQL, have you used for storing the
no,
metadata? No. Okay,
no.
no problem. Okay, I think we are good, right? So we have like completed questions from everything. Uh, what do you think? How good is the interview till now?
Yeah, it's a good experience for me, and
Okay,
mean, I've tried to simplify things and answer all the questions as per
okay.
my experience and
So you
knowledge.
think you are selected for this interview, right? But we are doing mock interview, right? But you
Yeah,
think it's fine, right? Okay.
yeah.
So do you have any question for me now?
Uh, yeah, just I would love to have a detailed feedback uh,
Okay.
regarding
Yeah, so feedback I
that.
will want to give you, like you have very good knowledge in SQL, Python, scripting, and but yeah, you need to brush more in Python coding. Like you can use HackerRank or any other website where you can practice it, right? And for Snaps, you have really worked a lot in Snaps, so you have good understanding of it. Even Spark also, right? And in Azure data engineering services, good. But Databricks, you need to learn, right? But some issues which occur, which are similar, like data skewing, you know how to deal with it, right? So if you start working on Databricks, then also it will be helpful for such kind of interviews, right? And apart from that, yeah, you have also worked on Gen AI, as you told, right? That will
Yeah,
be an added advantage. And if you want future pursue for AI, then it will be good. Okay. So overall, I think from my side, all good. Okay. And yeah, sure. Then we
and
can, yeah, tell me.
yeah, just one more thing, Ashish.
Yeah.
If I want to learn any specific, if you want to recommend any new specific data engineering tools, like you mentioned Airflow,
Yeah.
like,
I
or
mentioned
should
here.
I,
Yeah.
yeah, or
There,
should I
there are,
go for like
sure.
multi-cloud, like to learn AWS also, or just stick to Azure and
Yeah.
learn Airflow and Kafka and all these things? So
Sure. In future, see, as you get more experience, then people like companies will expect you to know multiple clouds. Or you join the company, whether you are from any cloud like Oracle, C or AWS, Azure, or GCP, but you can work on any cloud, other cloud also, right? So you should be aware of the similar services which are available in all the clouds. See, what is the cloud is providing? They are providing multiple services, but names are different. If you see, like in Azure, there is a service like a storage account. Similar service you
yeah,
will see in AWS, that is S3, simple storage service, right? Then in as AWS, you have like a tool name is EMR, right? Where you can like not EMR, that is Glue, sorry, AWS Glue, right? Where you can create the notebooks, you can run the ETL jobs. Similarly, you can do the things in Databricks and Azure. Okay, so similar services are everywhere. Like in AWS, you have Redshift. In Azure, you have Synapse, Databricks, right? Warehousing. Snowflake is also there. So if you know Snowflake like a separate data warehouse itself, so it will be helpful for you in long run. Okay, and that I will recommend, like, to understand what is the similar services are there in different clouds and get the details of it. And if you have command on one cloud's data engineering services, it will be easier for you to give some time, like 1 week, 2 week, and understand the other cloud also, right? So it
Yeah,
will be
sure.
helpful. And some tools, as I mentioned, like Airflow, that is an open source tool, right? So it is like companies are using it because obviously for cost optimization, that is a good tool, right? So you can use it for free. It's open source. And other tools are like for orchestration is Dagster is there, Maze is there. Okay, so these two new tools are coming, which companies are utilizing it. So if you have some knowledge of such tool and you are joining a new company or new project, then you just need to start with it, right? And nowadays, like you get a lot of help from AI as well, so you should know how to use it. See,
Yeah.
right? And any certification, if you have done in data engineering, then obviously it will be an add-on. Okay.
Yeah.
So that only I will recommend from my side. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you, Ashish. You too. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.